Meghan regret their decision to leave the royal family? Has Princess Meghan won over the hearts of the British public? What was Diana's relationship with her family like before she married Charles? These are the main topics of today's newsletter. Welcome back to Royal News 365 channel. First of all, it seems that Harry has begun to regret ever meeting Meghan. From the start, she has been a challenging presence in his life, but Harry couldn't initially recognize the trouble she brought. William had warned Harry about Meghan's unsuitable behavior, and she was known to be unkind to others, even causing Catherine distress to the point of tears. This tension may have led to conflict between the brothers, reflecting Harry's inability to discern the impending challenges. Now, Harry finds himself in America isolated from his true friends and family, people who genuinely care about him. According to rumors, Harry may have found himself caught up in a complex scenario involving Meghan's potential fabrication of having a child or children. Though it sounds far-fetched, there might be some truth to the allegations. Given Meghan's history of relationships with various men, her experience may have led to medical complications such as a hysterectomy. At 42, she has lived a life few parents would wish for their daughter. The situation seems reminiscent of a Shakespearean drama, boiling potions and mysterious spells to explain Harry's involvement in this world of conspiracy theories and finger-pointing. Now, Harry likely feels lonely, with no real friends and few places he can go without attracting unwanted attention. Perhaps he is beginning to grasp the enormity of the mess he's made. His relationship with Meghan, weak man, strong-willed woman, was doomed from the start. Meghan may have already manipulated Harry just as she tried with Catherine. Lies, deceit, and further lies. Harry is almost certainly the father of the children, but it would not be surprising if Meghan fabricated aspects of their parentage. This leaves room for speculation about Harry's possible escape. One scenario could involve a divorce where a judge demands a DNA test to determine parentage. It's difficult to imagine Harry enduring much more of this uncertainty. Generally, children stay with the mother in a divorce unless there's a compelling reason for an alternative arrangement. In Harry's testimony, he might admit the judge should know she couldn't have children and pretended to be pregnant, stuffing a pillow under her jumper. She then sneakily introduced a new baby and pretended it was Archie. We deceived everyone. Yet Harry insists he provided a sample and is the father of the children, assuming they used his samples. Given the implausible events surrounding Harry and Meghan, it wouldn't be surprising if their story took more strange turns. Their actions have eroded public trust, leading to even more speculation about their motives and future plans. In fact, Harry needed some loving, being a spare he never got enough. His ex-girlfriend turned him down, claiming she can't live and follow the royal rules. Harry did it on a rebound, and now he's eating the shameful life he's in. If only maybe Diana was around, she tried to give him all the love he needed. The king made that statement when Harry was born another prince for a spare. Sad to say, but the truth is that every successful man is a good woman standing by his side. And Meghan is definitely not a good woman, so Harry will never be better. Coming to the next content, Meghan is called a princess by many people, so who gave her that princess title or made Meghan narcissistic and manipulated the British people? There is no court case either passed or scheduled that is being considered against this person to determine the validity of this claim of theft. Within the British system, there is no person who goes by the title Princess Meghan or even Princess Meghan, which could be a valid reason that no such action is in place. While Meghan has not completed her profile, it does seem that she has not made any attempt to understand how honorifics work in the British nobility and the royal family. There does seem in general only one country that is both fascinated by British royalty and has a vociferous minority who prefer fables and reject what is a well-known to British people naming system regarding the convention of when a female can become a princess and the order of the words when used in a name. That nation rejected the concept of a class of society which in Britain and other nations is classed as nobility when they rebelled and accepted commercial gain over all. Since then, it appears that the current generation has become ignorant of how other countries have developed in the over 3 centuries since the insurrection of their ancestors. It is unfortunate that while these people seem unable to find out what is freely available by carrying out a simple search on the internet, They prefer to further a Disney-esque Mills and Boon fantasy rather than find out about the reality as applicable to the British royalty. While the Duchess of Sussex is in this case innocent, some of her followers appear to be guilty of labeling her with stolen valor and claiming a rank and title she does not claim for herself. In America, it appears that only actors and entertainers lay claim to titles of royalty. Even an American who married a now minor royal of the British royal family does not claim for herself. She uses the title that she gained by marriage to her husband, that of Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, a title due solely to being married to Prince Henry aka Harry, which was a wedding present given to him by the late Queen Elizabeth II. While there have been rumors of the kleptomaniac behavior of this American which originated during the brief time she actually was an active member of the working royals, those accusations have not been tested in court. But returning to the phrasing of the question, but using instead the correct titles, the American who is the Duchess of Sussex or possibly Princess Henry, if one ignores the title she gained in marriage and insults her husband's rank by using the equivalent of Mrs. Meghan. Mountbatten Windsor would apply to a non-noble couple when the wife is married and takes her husband's family name. The op is displaying their lack of education and ignorance of the wider world outside America. The Duchess of Sussex may have stolen the heart of the Duke of Sussex, but her contempt of the monarch of 15 Commonwealth realms and the slurs she cast against the people of the UK have sealed their dislike of her as a person. While the people were willing to accept her into their society, her actions did change their perception of her. It may be possible that a few Americans may harbor a fantasy that she is a princess, but many countries who have a better understanding of royalty in general know that she is not highly regarded in the UK, and that is a view reflected in several other countries. The final topic, I believe, also raises many questions about what Diana's relationship with her family was like before she married Charles. Is it a positive relationship? Her family sadly was very dysfunctional. Her father was allegedly physically violent towards his first wife, and when they divorced, he gave her very limited access to the children by claiming in court that she was mentally unstable. He remarried without their knowledge, and they didn't meet their stepmother until she was presented as a fait accompli after the wedding. Diana was born the third of 3 daughters just over a year after her elder brother died shortly after his birth. Her father was desperate for a male heir, and Diana being a girl was a deep disappointment to him. Once her younger brother Charles was born, she became largely an irrelevance to him, except as a means to enhance his own status. He had strong ties to the royal family and was keen for at least one of his daughters to marry one of the 3 princes. His elder daughter, Sarah, briefly dated Prince Charles, but it came to nothing. So when his mother-in-law, Lady Fermoy, a lady-in-waiting and friend to the Queen Mother, proposed Diana as a potential match, he readily agreed. Sadly, Diana was a lamb led to the slaughter. Diana faced significant emotional challenges. She had abandonment issues and was immature and needy, constantly seeking affection and validation. She was intensely jealous of anyone close to Charles and even pressured him to give up old friends and his favorite dog. Charles, being emotionally reserved himself, struggled to navigate her histrionics and eating disorder, leaving him perplexed and unsure of how to handle the situation. Diana suspected Charles of having an affair with the children's nanny and initiated her own with her royal protection officer. Unfortunately, she was involved in several other affairs, including relationships with married men, which disrupted 3 other marriages. Her interference in these relationships stemmed from her lack of control in her childhood, now seeking to wield power in her adult life. Diana's troubled childhood shaped her behavior, and her paranoia and constant need for affection and approval led to poor decisions, such as her highly publicized relationship with Dodi Fayed to provoke jealousy in another lover. Her refusal of a royal driver ultimately led to her tragic demise. Her brother was quick to blame the royal family, especially Prince Charles, for the breakdown of the marriage and subsequent events, but the truth was more complex and closer to home. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Those are the main points of today's news. What do you think about this content? Do you agree with our perspective? Please leave a comment below, and don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. See you tomorrow.